Time voters in 8 states head to the polls tomorrow. What role will the recent Supreme Court rulings, including the overturning of Roe v. Wade, play in their outcome? Or is it too early to know? 5 states are holding primaries: Colorado, Illinois, New York, Oklahoma, and Utah. And there are runoff elections in 2 states, South Carolina and Mississippi. There's also a special election in Nebraska's 1st congressional district. Let's bring in now Nichole Stanich from our partners at The Hill to talk a little bit more about this. So, Nichole, does this abortion ruling and today's ruling on the school prayer change the equation for these candidates? Are we seeing a shift in their strategy?
I think it's probably a little bit too late to see a shift in their strategy for these primary and runoff elections, Rita Bay. But there's no question that the abortion ruling and the other ruling that you mentioned do change the political environment. They make these kind of cultural issues much more salient in an election year that we had previously expected to be very much dominated by economic concerns, inflation, gas prices, so on and so forth. So I think that's the real difference, a changing of the news agenda.
And when you look ahead at the presidential election, does this put Donald Trump back in the lead, since he did, in fact, accomplish his promise of banning abortion with his 3 Supreme Court justices that he nominated? Does that win back favor with evangelicals who he may have lost?
It could do. I mean, it is certainly a reminder for those Republicans who voted for Donald Trump as president, but perhaps were put off by his personal demeanor, that he does have a lasting legacy that conservatives are happy with. That legacy most specifically seen in the appointment of judges, not just at the Supreme Court level, but throughout the judicial system. Now, having said all that, does it help him in 2024? I'm not entirely convinced about that. I think the question in 2024 is, do Republicans want to put up Trump again if he runs, or would they prefer another candidate with similar appeal but less baggage, like Florida Governor Ron DeSantis?
He was effective, though, in accomplishing that goal. I want to shift now. The AP did an analysis, and it showed more than 1 million voters, mostly in the suburbs, that are leaving the Democratic Party to become Republicans just within the last year. This is happening all over the country, but it is more dangerous for Democrats in the suburbs. Why is it happening, and what does it mean for both parties going forward?
It's clearly bad news for Democrats and good news for Republicans. Suburban voters, as you kind of alluded to in your question, Rita Bay, are really the archetypal swing voting group. To me, I think this speaks to 2 things. One is the rise of economic concerns, and perhaps other concerns like crime rates as well, moving people from the Democratic column to the Republican column. But also, frankly, the former President Trump, no longer being in the news every day. Whatever else about his other electoral good points and bad points, he was pretty bad for the Republican Party in the suburbs. So perhaps him being less prominent is helping in that regard.
All right, now, Stanich, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.